My name is Jessica Temple. I will be doing a presentation on Congressional District 1, Kevin Hern representative. I'll start off with the background of Mr. Hern. Him and his wife Tammy have lived in Tulsa and they have 3 children. They are members at the church at Battle Creek, and he has 5 years under his belt as the chairman of Systems Economic Team. And also on the side, he owns a McDonald's. So here I have added a little picture of just an idea of what counties Tulsa is covering for the district. So it includes Washington, Wagner, Tulsa, and then may have some parts of Rogers and Creek counties, just depending on the areas and where the county line has been drawn. So when did Kevin Hern start? He was sworn into Congress to fill in a seat on November 13th, 2018, just serving the remainder of the term. And then recently, on November 3rd this year, he was reelected in office to represent the district once again against Kojo Asamoah Caesar. Here, I have structure of the office. It may affect different agencies to impact them for the district. As the Census Bureau changes in 2010 and regions impact the population in Tulsa, Oklahoma, how you would examine the population to compare it to other states and areas can determine many things. I mean that as in some candidates when they're running may, canvass or hire people to just advertise for themselves to get reelected, and so I think population and knowing your area is really important. I added the symbol for the Republican side because he is a Republican and he is a strong conservative. So I think this one is for why it matters who wins the election. It's important to vote for someone in your area that you would want representing and being a voice that you would like to be heard. Voting is important for many reasons, including policies. If you don't vote, I don't think you can complain. Your violence is practically silenced. We have been blessed by God allowing us to be born in a nation where we have the ability to cast a secret ballot, where no one has to know who or what we vote for. So the next slideshow is the common issues that occur in this office. I think healthcare right now is one of the biggest issues that everyone's pretty much worried about, just because, the past few months with the pandemic and everything. If you decide based on popularity, looks, or not willing to have an open mind for change, you might have a harder time voting for someone that you might agree with. So next, I have what are the common gaps in knowledge. There's always going to be insight in the political field. Not everyone is going to know everything. So by that I mean the media and things you hear are not always true, and some things that might just happen we're not always going to know. So what is probably ignored about the office can make or break your decision when voting. Not many things that are private are talked about. There's a lot of deceiving manners and non-trustworthy actions that go on in politics. You just have to be willing to understand and know the truth to keep up with what is going on. So next, I did add a picture of President Donald Trump and pro-life, just for the simple fact that Kevin Hern is a big supporter for both. I think what should be considered for when you're voting for him, that he is pro-life, he's pro-Second Amendment. He believes that Donald Trump has a good economic plan for helping our country and communities. He is against raising taxes, supports defense spending. He does not support federal spending as a means of promoting economic growth. He supports financial relief to businesses for COVID. He supports regulation of greenhouse gas emissions, believes that no gun control is necessary. He's against Obamacare. He's against requiring businesses to provide paid leave for COVID. He is for the wall and will support removing barriers to international trade and tariffs and quotas, for example, budgets and funding. So that's practically, and for the most part, everything that a Republican would support. So I did add the campaign logo that you would most likely see on one of the flyers or, signs on the side of the road. This is his logo. It says Kevin Hern, conservative for Congress. It kind of got cut off here, but I did put how his campaign was going in the year of 2020. His campaign raised a total of $755,680.16, with the total being spent of $464,766.64. His cash on hand is $356,573, with 15 cents, with a total of debt, which is a lot. This article shows that budgeting and fundraising efforts for Hern's term in Tulsa. So next I did put the outcome of the election, and I can scoot it over just a little bit. So I did put the representative on this side to separate them. This is Kojo, and then this is Kevin, the GOP, and then the Democratic Party. These are the amount of votes received, and then this is just the percentage overall of how it was tallied. And then last but not least, I did provide my reference page from my overall term paper. And that is the end of my slideshow. Thank you guys so much for watching.